Lee Jones here from esports.net, and I'm joined by Nisqy after the third week of the LEC Spring Split. And yeah, defeat to Fnatic today. Just kind of immediately off the match, what do you think? What do you think was the issue? What do you think was the difference today?
I think they were kind of just playing, how do I say? But I think game one, we played decent, but then we did make one or two mistakes, and then I feel like they were just kind of outscaling us with the Aurelion Sol and the Gwen. And then I would say game two, I think draft was a bit hard from our side to play. I think they had a good plan coming into it, and I feel like they played very stable. They played slow. And with our comp, it kind of needs to be a bit explosive, but they made sure that nothing happens, kind of. And I think they played well them up, yeah.
What was it like playing against Mickey today? Because I think it was on stream. I think I saw you saying like from scrim so far that I think it was Mickey and Alvaro were like kind of the two standouts that you've played against. So what was it like playing against him? You know, being the best support you're going to face in the LEC probably. Yeah, what was it like in official?
I mean, I feel like in official it's less of a problem. I feel like in scrims it's more of a problem. Maybe because there's just more fights or they just play way more aggressive. I feel like on stage the games are pretty slow in general. There's not much fighting. It's mostly just farming. But yeah, I think I would say Mickey, June, Alvaro, and Mickey, June, Alvaro, and Targamas, I would say are like top four for sure. And yeah, I think these are the best supports right now that we have in EU.
Yeah. But then after today as well, so that's the second loss. So 1 and 2 at the moment, but obviously it's still kind of early in the groups. But how do you evaluate that start so far?
I mean, I think Fnatic is for sure a top team. You know, I mean, they beat KC right now. I believe they're first in the standings, maybe with G2. And I think the level that we showed in game one, I feel like if you can show that into like the other teams that will play in the next weeks, except I would say maybe G2 and KC, I feel like all the other teams are worse than Fnatic, so we should be able to beat them, right? And I think it also shows in practice that like, except against like the top ones, we do good, right? But I feel like right now we're in a part where we have a lot of stuff to fix, and then I'm also new to the role. I got a lot like in my mind, right? I feel like when I play on stage, I kind of play better than when I play in scrims. But yeah, I think right now we just need some more time. But I still believe we can make top 6 for sure. I think top 4 arguable, possible of course, but I think top 6 is for sure the goal, right? We want to make playoffs. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Were you given that by like Mac and Pad as like a specific goal as well? Like when they asked you to come in to take over from Hylissang, what did they actually like ask of you? Was there something like that, like a clear standings thing, or was it something more kind of like just how to work with the team, anything like that?
I mean, I think it's just mostly like playing well with the team. I think before they kind of had way, how to say, like a lot of ideas, I would say, probably in mid game on how to play and stuff. Like they did look very like desynchronized in the way they played. I feel like right now, at least, even if we make like bad calls or bad plays, we're together kind of. And I think, yeah, I just feel like right now it feels like Fit is playing more like a team rather than before. So I think that's the stability, I guess, I bring coming as the support role. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, let's talk about more about support as well. So was that move to support, was that something you'd kind of thought about before as well? Was it like, did it kind of happen because maybe Vitality asked you to join, or you had you wanted to make that change?
I mean, I got asked multiple times actually to role swap the support by multiple teams in the past as well. But yeah, I mean, Vit came to me and they were like, we want to make you role swap support. And then I thought, I go and spam some games. I kind of liked it. It's a new role, right? There's so much to learn. And I found joy in it. So I was like, I mean, sure, not much to lose, right? Either it goes well and we're happy, or either it goes shit and unlucky, But I knew that like with the work I can put and stuff, that I would be at least fine. And I think right now I'm doing okay, I would say. But yeah, there's still a lot to learn. And I think the only thing I need right now is kind of time and repetition. Yeah.
Has there been anything about the change that's like maybe surprised you, like something about playing support that's been more difficult than you'd expected?
Um, I actually thought team fighting would be easier. I feel like there is a lot of ways of playing team fights as support, which a lot of different supports that I watch play way different, right? And I think I just have to find kind of my own style on how I believe support should play team fights. Um, and then also, I mean, the laning. I think if you're playing against a really good bot lane can be hard because they can abuse you on every CD, every mistake you make when you show, when you don't show. So I would say, yeah, laning and team fighting is the two things that are the hardest right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think making that change, like right now, especially where fearless is the norm now, do you think that's made it maybe even a bit more difficult than it would have been before? Because obviously you've got to make sure like you can't really just like spam two champions or one or two champions so much.
I mean, not really. I think for my role, I feel like support role is it's kind of handshake. Like champions that you pick, like you pick Rel, they pick Alistar, you pick Alistar, they pick this. It's like I don't feel like it's very like explosive, and it's rare that like supports get banned in general, except in 4-5s. But I think during best of 5 for sure can be tricky. But I feel like right now the way it is in best of 3s, I have enough, and I think it's kind of the same for every support. But yeah, I think once best of 5s will hit, and if you go to game 4 and 5, then yes, I think you kind of have to innovate because once everything is out, then you have to play so like either mages or like Lulu lanes, Karma lanes, like those kind of champions. I think we saw Fiddlesticks and Pantheon yesterday as well. So like, yeah, I think there is more to be like discovered. But as of now, I think traditional supports and best of 3s are fine to have. Yeah.
And I know you've been playing like mainly engaged support so far. Is that like is that just what you feel more comfortable on right now? Is that again maybe like what Vitality needs from you, kind of more matches those kind of champs?
I think it just makes it easier for us to play when I engage. Or like if I have a go button, right? I feel like they like in the past, I feel like they like Healy would play a lot also engage, but maybe like they weren't finding the right moments or it was very like desynchronized. But I think I'm just trying to kind of fill his role, but just kind of more stable in a way, right? I'm probably like less, how do I say, like less creative and whatnot with the players I make, but they are kind of just everyone's aware of what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, I do play like a lot of range support as well. It's just with the way we've been drafting and the way Envy has been drafting it, well, it's kind of hard to pick them up. Yeah.
Cool. Just on your like bot lane duo with Kazi as well, I saw an interview he did with Ethan Cohen like a week or two ago. He was saying about like he kind of from his perspective, he was trying to find the right balance of like how much he felt he should be micromanaging you and kind of trying to tell you what to do during the match. How do you think, like, even though you've only been playing like on stage for a few weeks now, but how much has that kind of evolved and how much are you kind of just comfortable to be kind of leading yourself now?
I mean, I think today was actually the only day where I think week 1 it was still a bit of micromanaging. I think week 2 was kind of just a rough series against Rogue, but I feel like today he didn't really like micromanage that much actually. I think I just played my game and I felt like it was way easier to be fair to play because I don't overthink my plays. I just do what I think is good. But yeah, I think for the future for sure I will get better at being like at thinking less of like my champion and what I'm supposed to do and just play the game. I think today it showed that like yeah, if I can just put like the mechanics part away and just think of my game, then I'll play good. But when you roll swap, usually you play champions that you never really played before, which is why it can be hard at times. But yeah, I think today I kind of unlock something new where I feel like I just play, I don't think much of mechanics. I feel like right now I have enough repetitions kind of on the champions to like know what I can do or not. And I can think of, how to win the game rather than thinking how to play my champ.
Yeah. And just one other thing on the move to support as well, because as a mid laner, I think you had this kind of like unique, like there was this unique thought around you about like being particularly good at like making your junglers look good and always having that good kind of duo with the jungler. Because I guess usually from people going from mid lane to a duo lane, it's obviously like a big transition to have a partner basically full time. But do you think that's something that like maybe did make it more comfortable for you, that like you were known already for playing well with your teammates in that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think in my career, usually I did, like, I kind of did what it took for the team to work. If I had to play carries, I played carries. If I had to play support champs, I would play support champs. And I think that's something kind of what you want from a support as well. Like, if you have to play full engage, you only play engage. If you have to play the Lulu, the Karmas, then I can also do that, right? I think, yeah, right now we're trying to find the balance of what I want to play and what I think is good, and also what coaching staff believes in, right? And then also what the team actually believes in as well. But I think for me, most important is like my synergy with Karsi, and then my synergy with Linas on how we play the map and what plays we want to make and stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I think that's all we've got time for then, Nisqy. So yeah, thanks very much for the interview and best
Thank
of
you
luck
very
in the rest of
much.
spring. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.